Welcome to Tweakatune, the YouTube channel created to provide feedback and promotion from songwriters all over the world. Now join us for this week's edition of Tweakatune.
Welcome back, songwriters, to another edition of Tweakatune. I'm Mary Dawson. We're so glad to have you on board today. Please stay with us because I think we have a song that you're going to really enjoy. The songwriter is Lori Katz from Eugene, Oregon. Lori has an interesting background. She was born and raised in Hawaii, and her mother was a violinist with the Hawaii Symphony. Every Sunday afternoon, her dad would take her to the symphony to hear her mother play, and so she has a very rich musical legacy. Early on, Lori learned how to play the ukulele. What else in Hawaii, right? And then she went on to learn piano and guitar. Now she's a very active singer-songwriter in the Northwest. She has a new CD called From the Inside, and the song we're going to hear today is from that CD. It's called Wanna Come Back Home. Let's listen.
I've seen two full moons, wave hello and wave goodbye. I've seen the leaves turn to gold against this blue October sky. And I've been on the road for way too long. Yeah, I've been on the road, babe, and I wanna come back home. Got the wind at my back, but the wolf is at my door. He's got something to say, babe, I don't want to hear anymore. And I've been on the road for way too long. Yeah, I've been on the road and I want to come back home. Wanna come back and see the sun. Wanna come back to you. Wanna come back to the one I love. These hotels and these heat waves start messing with your mind. I'll be home by noon tomorrow, and noon's our favorite time. And I've been on the road.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I really loved about this song. It was extremely simple, but it was very, very effective. And it takes a great songwriter to write a simple song. Most of the melody was crafted around the 1/4 interval of the scale, which is kind of a hollow sounding interval, and it lent itself very perfectly to the emotion of this songwriter being far from home and being homesick, wistful and yearning and longing for home. I love the visual images, especially in the first verse where it says, I've seen two full moons wave hello and wave goodbye. I've seen the leaves turn to gold against this blue October sky. That's a lot of information in just a couple of lines, and we know already that this person has been away for a long time. And then it moves very nicely into the hook where it says, and I've been on the road for way too long. I've been on the road and I want to come back home. And the word home ends on the tonic note of the scale, the home base of the scale. So it was very, very effectively done and written well. I loved the second verse too, and I thought there was an outstanding line in the second verse where it says, you know, I've got the wind at my back, but the wolf is at my door. What a testimony of a singer-songwriter. They want to go home, but they still have to pay those bills. So it was a great little image that she created there with that line. And it was a wonderful recording. I loved it. It was simple. It was a wonderful guitar vocal with a nice percussion element to it. It was a great job. Really enjoyed this song. Well, as far as tweaks for this song goes, I think that it's really, really strong. The only thing I would suggest is that Lori considered the fact that this might not be a verse-chorus song as she listed on her lyric sheet. I think it's probably a verse-verse, bridge-verse song, or what we would call an AABA song. And the reason I say that is because the chorus part that Lori indicated as her chorus didn't really go to a different place. It didn't contrast with the rest of the verse. So it worked the way it was, but it's just a thought. If you want to write a chorus, it really needs to contrast with the rest of the song. Now, I would suggest that possibly Lori revisit the bridge, because I felt that there is where the song lost a little bit of momentum. The lyrics were so great in the rest of the song that when we got to the bridge, it just felt a little bit vanilla. That's where she said, "Want to come back and see the sun, want to come back to you, want to come back to the one I love." That's great and everything, but it's not as strong as the rest of the lyric in the verses. And also, I felt like she should not have ended that bridge section on a tonic note like she did with the verses. That was very effective in the verses, but in the bridge, it really needed to go somewhere. The bridge needs to be transitional and carry us back again one more time into the last verse, so it really makes an impact and leaves the listener with the full impact of the song. But other than that, I think the song was great. Well, thank you so much, Lori, for submitting your song. For more of Lori's music, listeners can check out lorikatz.com on the web. And now it's time for us to hear from you. We want to hear your opinions about the song and about our show. So please put your comments on our YouTube channel or on the Facebook page at Tweakatune. And also, we're looking for your songs. And it's time now to start considering Christmas and holiday material. So if you have some buried away back there, get them out, dust them off, and send them to us. But be careful when you submit to follow all the submission guidelines that are listed on our Facebook page at Tweakatune. They're all there. There's only 5 things that we need from you, but make sure all 5 are there, because we've had to, unfortunately, discard a couple of songs that were really great songs that we wanted to feature, but it wasn't a complete submission. So be careful about that. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us here at Tweakatune. Until we meet again, remember, here at Tweakatune, we believe that you deserve to be heard.
Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of Tweakatune. Now we want to hear from you. Visit the link to our Facebook page to download submission guidelines. Until we tweak again, keep writing.